Happy Tuesday, right? Talk about the calm before the storm, right? It's gorgeous outside right now. So just a reminder to silence the cell phones. We say that every week, and there's always a cell phone. So reminder, I'm going to cover a couple topics in the community real fast before we go on to the hurricane information. So right now, we do have applications available at the north and the south front desk from October 1st through the 31st. And that is if you want to join the Row Board. So that is the Regency Oaks resident organization. They need more people on the board. So if you're interested, the applications are at the north and south front desk for you to pick up at any time. Oh, and we have Johanna with an announcement. So.
Well, when we're finished with all this storm, we're going to have some pirates come and visit us. It'll be on Wednesday, October 30th, and then on Halloween, Thursday, October 31st. And we're going to celebrate it with a dinner theater. And we want you all in here having dinner with us. It'll be your meal of the day, but unfortunately, we're going to charge you for it. And we're going to send it to a good cause. We're going to ask you for $60, and $30 of that will go to the Employee Gift Fund, and $30 of that will go to the Scholarship Fund. So it's for a terrifically good cause. But better than that is the show. We're going to have lots of fun. We're going to have beer and wine, and we're going to have beef stew and chicken stew and rum to dessert, and we're going to sing some shanty songs, and you're going to have some wicked girls up there. But it's going to be just a whole evening of fun. I'm taking reservations now. We're doing it 2 nights so we can have room for all of you. And I'm here now taking your checks. If you don't have a check with you, come and let me know what night you want to come, and if you want to come with a group of people. I'll be here next Tuesday talk, if we're all still here. And I really do think we ought to have a group prayer. I think God is asking us to all pray. So whatever you want to do. But I thank you very much. I really feel that we need to do that. And then when we're finished with that, be sure to contact me for the tickets.
All right, so we'll do a couple more announcements real fast, and then the dining team has joined us to talk about dining with the storm. So jewelry donations. So tomorrow, Wednesday, I don't believe it's been canceled, correct, ladies? Correct. Okay, so if you have any jewelry that you do not wear anymore and you wish to donate it, you can bring it to the lobby between 10 a.m. and 12 noon. That's the residents are collecting it for the annual sale to raise funds for the Because We Care. So any jewelry, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, watches, whatever you have that you don't wear, they will be happy to take it from you and get it ready for the sale that will be in November. Okay. So Wednesday, between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. in both north and south lobbies. Innovative Service has announced that they will be doing their annual Halloween Pet Parade. That will be October 30th at 1:30 p.m. in the Breezeway. So bring your furry friend for a howling good time. All right, so housekeeping. Evans announced that please expect a shift in services for Wednesday and Thursday to aid the community's needs prior to the storm. 3rd floor residents should expect team members to retrieve soiled linen and supply new products. So please note this will be outside of your normal service schedule. And if you do not wish to be disturbed, please bag the soiled linen and place outside of your door. All right, Kelly said that the vaccine clinic is still a go for tomorrow. So if you had signed up to receive your vaccine tomorrow morning, that it is still available. So the pharmacist will be here from 8 a.m. until noon for residents that signed up. You should have received a confirmation in your in-house mailbox, so check to see what time. They said do not arrive early. Plan to be in the lobby of the town hall at the time that you are signed up for.
They need to remove the notice on the health table on the medical table in the south, because it's a big yellow sign that it's been canceled.
Okay, perfect. Follow Kelly on that. All right, so for plant operations, we do have that the main elevator in the north is fully operational. Yes, good news, because we all know that's the one on the generator. So that is up and running. They have been working to remove the electrical items from the lanais. This would probably be your last call for work orders. So last call for removing any electrical items for the lanais. We are asking during the storm that you keep the lanai doors closed in your apartment. So a lot of you, have the option of leaving the door open or closed, but we need to stop the chances of wind tunnels. So we're asking everybody to keep the doors closed to your lanai. And locked, I guess. Yes, and locked. And then we've had a lot of questions about your key fobs. So everyone's concerned that their key fob may not work during a power outage, but they are battery operated. So you will have no problem with your key fobs. They will continue to work even in the event of a power outage. So it looks like we've had a lot of cancellations this week. So we did have the bus trips that were still scheduled for today. And then please continue to check the whiteboard and Touchtown for updates and activities and further cancellations while we go through this time. Oh, Touchtown is your channel 732. Sorry, channel 732 will give you updates. Sales, the event for Thursday, October 10th has been canceled, and they will let us know when they've chosen a new date. Rejuvenate Salon has let us know that they are closing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Employees were in evacuation zones so that they all evacuated and they hope to return as soon as possible. So it's still kind of pending. We will keep you posted as we know more. All right, food and beverage, I'm going to turn it over to you.
How's everybody doing today? Hey. Good. Come on, let's get rowdy here. Let's go, huh? All right, so we're going to be putting out a flyer. Obviously, I'll talk about a couple of things here, but we'll put this on the whiteboards. We'll have it at the host desks, and this way everybody knows what's going on. And some things are a little, up in the air because I try to keep it as normal as I can for you folks and for all folks, and still try to have the normal operations. So today, business as usual. All right, come to the dining rooms, go to the pub. For you folks that are attending the Rosh Hashanah dinner, that is still on tonight. It'll be a great time. We got the matzo balls, the gefilte fish, and the beef brisket, along with other goodies. So that will be business as usual. Tomorrow is Wednesday. The pub will be closed all day tomorrow. Okay. So if you have reservations, please come to the dining room or whatever else you decide to do. Thursday, the pub will be closed as well. The dining rooms will be a buffet tomorrow for lunch and dinner. And then hopefully on Friday, we'll be back to regular, business depending on how much, depending on if we lose power. But if we do lose power and we can't have the buffet in the dining rooms, then we'll do a delivery. We've been through this numerous times. We're very good at this. We've been through COVID way too many times, so we know what we're doing for delivery, and we'll be giving you treats also, and you'll be well taken care of. We got plenty of water, so we have everything under control, except for the weather. Did I miss anything or say anything wrong? No. Good question.
What was the question?
If there was a breakfast option for the pub being closed tomorrow. No, there's not. So, yes, we will have coffee. We'll do coffee at both host desks like we always do.
And our attire can be more relaxed.
This is what we're worried about? Well, look how I'm dressed up. Sure. Yeah, I guess we're waiving the dress code. But be respectful, please. I don't need any, unwanted phone calls. But we will take good care of you.
You need a reservation for Thursday's buffet.
Yes.
What do you think?
Reservations, or people just going to walk
It'd be
in?
ideal if you do,
Yeah.
we can accommodate.
Yes.
The best we can.
Yeah, let's just try to keep the normalcy. You've been doing reservations for however long now. It'll help us out, with whatever staff we have here, but we'll have volunteers as well. So, But, you know, I just want to keep it as normal. I could have said, oh, we're going to cancel, you know, the Rosh Hashanah dinner. But no, that's not how we roll. We want to take care of everybody, make everybody happy. Maybe we'll give away some alcohol, right? Makes everybody feel better and look better, right? So anyway, that's what I got for you.
Rick,
Yeah.
just a quick question.
Go for it.
Is the pub open tonight for dinner?
He said yes.
Yes, the pub is open for tonight. There's nothing going on out there, so,
Yeah, exactly.
all right? You sure you don't have any more questions?
There's no stupid question.
Okay. All right, well, have a great day. Well, we're here. Well, we've already checked in, so we're here. Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you.
I always have something to say, and I just want to let you know, I'll stand up, that as with some of the other departments, Ricky, and you know how large their staff is, Ricky and Dustin, they have already made plans for the entire staff to stay here. They've got rooms and cots, and they're all set, so they will all be here to take care of you, and that's a lot of planning on their part and the staff, so please thank them when you see them, because they're not getting to go home.
Yes, that's a lot of us, but we're happy to do it. All right, on to the fun part of the storm updates. That's today we're watching the radar, and it looks like the storm is supposed to hit tomorrow night. I think we said what, midnight, 2 a.m. Yeah, so it's during the night when most of us are going to be asleep. Exactly. So we'll continue to let you know. I'm going to go through some of these slides. They're all things that we have discussed before, but it does answer some of the new questions as well. So again, Lanai's last call, if you needed any of your electronics brought in, it was time to put in your work order yesterday. So get that done if you have anything left on your Lanai, because today is the deadline. We will not be able to do it after that.
Even if it's a glass in Lanai?
Usually glass, it might have a little bit of water. Darwin?
No, if you have a vinyl on the line. If you
It's
have
mostly,
glass
yeah.
hurricane, you guys are going to be all right. Because if you want to move them away from the glass, you're probably going to get water, we're going to get high winds, so, but if you have a glass line, you should be okay.
Yeah, so it's mostly vinyl. It is the time to get your supplies and pack your go bag now. We want to make sure everybody is prepared. They have the items that they need, especially if you're on the 5th and the 4th floor and you need to come down. And then just remember that we're going to have lots of staff here to assist you. And then the quote, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. So we're trying to be as prepared as possible and work through all scenarios. So again, the recommended supply in your to-go bag would be water, non-perishable food items, flashlights and batteries, your prescription medications, sanitation and hygiene products, cell phone and a charger or battery backups, your pet supplies, battery-operated radios, water, canned foods with a manual can opener, first aid kit. If you need oxygen, have extra tanks available, and extra water for use in the apartment. Fill bladders, pitchers, or pots. Because I did ask Darwin yesterday, one of the questions that came up after Tuesday Talk is, if the electricity goes out, will we still be able to flush our toilets? So what he explained to me is the electricity runs our pumps that pump the water up, through the building. So there is a good chance that if the electricity goes out, we will not have water to flush our toilets or in the sinks or showers, things like that. So this is when you want to have your potable water ready to use, to put in your toilet tank, or to be able to, take a quick wash, things like that you may need. So again, food service, we have lots of supplies on hand. It's mandatory that we always have a minimum of 3 to 5 days supply of food on hand and water. So we do have emergency service with some of our suppliers that if there is a disaster, that they will put us as a priority to bring water deliveries. We have the truck out back, the south building. It's a refrigeration freezer truck, so if we need more supplies, we're ready. A lot of it depends on the status of the operating ability. So during a disaster, we're capable of continuing to cook, but it's limited due to the use of natural gas and our emergency generators. So we do have the ability, we may not have the same menu though that we had prepared. And then the mode of service may change. So residents will have access to both meals It's just determined whether we're going to do a buffet or deliveries to the residents' apartment. So it sounds like if there is power, it will be a buffet. If there is no power, then it will be the delivery to your doors. Okay, so emergency power. So there is no emergency power in resident apartments. We have limited lighting in the hallways, the lobby areas, stairwells, and dining rooms. So that there is also limited lighting around the exterior of the building. On the generator, we have elevator 3 in the south, which is the one on the far right, and elevator number 1 in the north, which is the core elevator. We do have food service equipment in the kitchen. We have limited dining room lighting, the fire alarm panels, the business phones, our emergency call system, which is the emergency alert pendency ware. There's limited north desk services. And then, so again, apartments are not on the emergency power system. So you should have at least one flashlight or lantern or battery powered device in your apartment. So when the lights go out, you can still see. So now for the 4th and the 5th floor evacuations. So if winds get to be above 75 miles per hour or higher, all the residents will be moved from the 5th and the 4th floor down to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So residents should prepare a bag of items that will be needed if this should happen. You can always stay with other residents in the hallways or common areas away from the windows. So what we are asking, what we're going to roll out is by the end of the day tomorrow, during business hours, someone should come and knock on every single resident's door on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd floors. When we will be asking, if you're on the 2nd, 3rd floor especially, are you able to open your door and take in your neighbors? You know, this is a disaster. So we know that we've got the best residents at Regency Oaks and everybody here is very hospitable. So what will happen is if, yes, you're willing to let some people come in and hang out in your living room, then we're gonna put a piece of green paper on your door. This means we're open, people can come in and hang out here. That's, I can sit on my sofa. If you're not comfortable with that and you do not want anybody to come in your apartment, that is also okay. We'll put a piece of red paper on your door that says we're gonna keep this door closed, but what we may ask from you is to provide some dining room chairs, things like that to put in the hallway instead. So we're asking everybody for help. You're still contributing in some way, whether it is with the red or the green piece of paper that's on your door, okay? So that is for 1st, 2nd, 3rd floor. So the way that will happen is someone will come knock on your door by tomorrow. They're gonna introduce themselves as the hallway captain and say, I am your person in case of emergency, if we have to do evacuations, when the power goes out, if you need help with lanterns, I am your person. They're gonna introduce themselves so you know who they are. They're gonna ask what your preference is. They're gonna put the piece of paper on the door. And then if you say, nope, I prefer the red paper, they might pull some of your extra furniture, like the dining room tables, out to the hallway that, you know, if we need those, they would be available. So that will happen probably tomorrow by 5 o'clock. So just a reminder, our campus is 85 feet above sea level, and it is away from the coast, so our facility is a non-evacuation zone. There is no danger to the facility due to a storm surge. But please be aware that we're only able to handle our residents and the employees coming in to serve you. So please do not invite extra family and friends who live in evacuation zones to stay with you. Regency Oaks is not a designated evacuation shelter. Therefore, unfortunately, we are only able to maintain emergency supplies and enough food inventories for our resident and staff. So that means when we're feeding you, we will feed you these meals, lunch, dinner, but we cannot feed your guest, okay? That they need to, if you have invited guests or somebody staying with you, make sure you have enough food in your apartment or that they bring their own food, that they're not dependent on Regency Oaks supplies, since we have a lot that we're prepared to use for our residents and the employees here, and that is it. All right, so what questions do we have today?
I got it.
Betsy, with the strong winds coming at around midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning, are we set for moving the top 2 floors down?
We sure are, yep. And then, so those captains will be on the floors ready to take action if you need help. So generally when the power goes out, if you are awake, most people get up and open the door because that's where the light's gonna come in to your apartment. And then that's when we come in, we can ask you, are you okay? Do you need help with your lanterns? You know, that's when those floor captains are going to be available. So if you're on 5 and 4, they're going to help escort you down if the winds are too high. Usually the winds will come before the power outage, but again, we just never really know.
Thank you.
Betsy, do we need to let the front desk know if we're staying in a different apartment?
Yes, yeah, if you, or actually I would say let your wing captains know what your plan, or what your planned department is if we do have to go down.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Did you say that you needed to write off something in denial or something if I choose to stay in my apartment?
No, we ask everybody. What can happen is because some residents do have hurricane-proof windows, they think that their apartment is safe, but the hallways still become a wind tunnel. I don't know if you guys remember, was it 2022, there was a hurricane that hit Southport Square, which is our sister community, and we shared the pictures from a Tuesday talk. I looked to see if I had it, and I didn't, where the hallways were just destroyed because the wind whipped through the hallways. So everybody on the 5th and 4th floor does have to come down.
But I choose not to.
All right, well, we will follow up with you later.
You mentioned that the hall captain, you mentioned that the hall captains are going to talk to everybody on the first 3 floors. Well, you just now said something about 4th and 5th. Are they going to talk to us before dark tomorrow night?
Sorry, the hall captains will talk to all residents or apartments by tomorrow on all 5 floors. Yes.
Yeah, we want to try to be in each apartment to make sure the windows are closed, the doors to the nights are closed. We want to make sure we touch every apartment in the whole community.
I have a question about, I live on the 1st floor, and the auxiliary exits, you know, people come in and out of those doors, and that creates a wind tunnel. I know people came in and out during Helene, and there was wind coming through there. Are you planning on doing anything with those doors?
Yeah, we can shut them down. I think we can, after a certain hour, we can go ahead and just shut them down so we don't have any, whoever have to come in and out, they can do it to the main door or the back door.
Okay. Do we have a time to close the doors down?
It will be late. It will later. It depends on the wind. We'll determine that. It will be like late, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, before it hits land.
Well, one time we had an outage, and the generator had been tested and it kicked on, but it failed under load. Has it been tested under load so that we know it won't work?
Yes, it has. And they're all new, so they're all going to be working. Thank God.
There was one of the guest staff, I guess, circulating through the dining room last night, and they were telling us 1st floor had to evacuate up.
So that was, I'm Kyle, that was Jill Sorensen. She's our Senior Director of Operations Management, so she oversees the peak portfolio. So in the event that we would take on water, we would evacuate up, but since we are 85 to 100 feet above ground, we don't expect that happening. But that was Jill Sorensen, one of our regional support persons, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, so a lot of people have asked too, since Lindsay's been on vacation, you know, that who's supporting and running the community. I think most people at this point, they know Kyle. He is our second in command, so he is taking charge and leading the community, but we have been fortunate enough to have Lindsay's boss's boss here on campus, and so you will see her throughout the community, and she's doing rounds and answering questions as well. And she's been great about communicating with us, you know, what's happening in some of our other communities. So she'll be staying with us for a little while. We know that, you know, she lost her home, so we don't know how long it's going to take for her to leave, but, you know, we've got a lot of support here. I know, sorry, that did not come out right. We don't know how long she'll be a guest with us. There we go.
We're happy to have her here.
Exactly. We love the extra support, okay?
That's recorded, Betsy.
All right, any other questions?
I just want to remind everyone about the evacuations of 5th floor and 4th floor. Obviously, you know, your safety is our #1 priority. And, you know, we saw that what's happened at our sister properties with those wind tunnels. when those windows do get blown out with the winds that we're expecting, it is possible that could happen. And we wanted to make sure everybody is safe, especially our residents and our staff. And so we will encourage and ensure that we move those people down to the appropriate level. But your safety is our #1 priority always. And so that's why we do these things, to make sure that you stay safe. And I would hope, and if you can work with the staff members and following what we recommend, this plan is also approved by our county, because our county has to approve our emergency management plan, and they have signed off on this. And so they agree with our emergency plans that we're implementing, and they also help enforce those plans and making sure that we're abiding by everything that we say we're going to do. So I know it's not fun to come out of your apartment, especially the timing of the storm in the middle of the night and having to come down. It's not the most convenient. We understand that. We just, like I said, safety is our #1 priority. So please just work with the staff members and abide by what our emergency plan is, and that's been signed off by the county. So does anyone have any more additional questions?
I have read that they're telling people who evacuate from their homes to close all the doors to their rooms. Is that something we should be doing here, to close whatever doors we have?
Yes, that's recommended because of the winds that are going to be blowing through. If something happens, it helps stop those wind tunnels as much as possible. So yes, if you have all your corridor doors in your house, your bathroom doors, your bedroom doors, and you keep them closed at all times throughout the storm to help prevent that wind blowing through. So thank you.
All right, and I just had a last question that I want to make sure to address. Someone just asked me where the pets go. So if you have a dog that you would normally walk outside during a storm, we are going to open up in the north building. It's apartment M110, and in the south building it is N105. So that's going to be our pet walking station for you to be able to take the dogs to relieve their bladders.
One more thing about the shots. They're giving them today, correct?
Tomorrow.
Just tomorrow, Wednesday. And if you're signed up before 12 o'clock noon, you can come and get your shot. But I guess Thursday's been canceled also for shots. It was a 3-day shot.
The pharmacist is here every Wednesday. Wednesday is the only day of the week that she is here. And she will be here tomorrow from 8 until noon for those who signed up. If she cancels later today due to the storm, I will send out a call along. But as of right now, she will be here.
And if it gets canceled, then you could get the shot next Wednesday.
Gotta keep it light, folks. Gotta keep it light.
Here comes Ricky announcing us with his presence.
This is our newest transportation to get around Regency Oaks. I have 2 of them, so if anyone needs one, keep it light.
We don't need any workers' comps during the storm either. No 911, okay? All right, any other questions? Oh, a couple more.
We need an answer from Kelly just left.
Where did Kelly go? You go holler at Kelly.
This question was actually for Kelly.
I think next Wednesday's already booked.
About any medications that need to be refrigerated. Do we have provision here? Maybe to bring it to the health center or?
The health. I would prefer if we could try to keep it over in the building that you're located in the event that we can't go between buildings, because we will go into lockdown at a certain point because the wind speeds will be too high.
Well, we would do it in advance, right? So are there provisions here then in our building?
No, there's not.
Oh. So,
Do you have a cooler with an ice pack you can put that in?
for a certain amount of time, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the solution at the moment until we can continue to supply you with ice as needed to keep that medicine at temperature. And I will follow up with Kelly on that too as well.
Kyle, will labs be canceled on Wednesday? Do you know?
From Baycare?
Yes.
We have not heard any memo from Baycare at the moment, so at this time it's a go. So we have not heard any communication from
I
them.
think they did just put a sign up a few minutes ago letting them know labs were canceled.
Okay.
Well, so you're already ahead of me.
question about if we're canceled tomorrow for injections, can we go next Wednesday? I would doubt it because that's already full.
Right.
People who have pre-arranged for next week.
Yeah, and Kelly walked away, so I don't have an answer to that question, so I'll make sure to follow up and let everybody know what the plan. Oh, there's Kelly. So the question was, if they do get canceled, the vaccine clinic tomorrow gets canceled, will there be an alternative date booked, or what's the plan?
So she'll still be here on the 16th, and we will figure that out and let you know after the storm, most likely.
But if you have already a reservation for the 16th, they're still want to keep that first, correct?
So will they keep the reservation for the 16th
You
first?
already have a 16th reservation.
Yes, the 16th will stay as is, and then we will either add 2 on the same day or reschedule for another week. And you can always call her directly. She will schedule with you anytime in the coming weeks.
All right.
They have people here early in the morning. No, will they be here?
No, they've already canceled. The lab will be canceled for tomorrow.
All right, we just want to make sure we are safe. We're probably going to be losing power, so make sure you charge your lanterns, new batteries, make sure we are ready for it. And please let us know if you need anything moved from the night. That's really important. We're working on that today. Tomorrow we're going to be prioritizing other items in the community. So please let us know ahead of time if you need help moving any items, any electrical items from the nights.
Are you moving the rest of the furniture in, the tables, or are they staying out there?
Yeah, we're just moving electrical items. If you need them moved, okay. Yeah, we're moving everything from the breezeway. We're cleaning everything out.
And a final reminder too, do not use candles. Remember, everybody's supposed to be using lanterns and flashlights, no candles.
In Milo and I have my computer and printer, but they're all up very high.
You should be okay if you have hurricane windows. If you have hurricane windows, you should not be worrying about it. You should be okay. You're going to probably get a little bit of water, or you won't be much.
Last call for questions. All right, have a great Tuesday, everybody.